show, honestly. There's nothing funny about men in wigs.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. I'm going to click that straight away. As soon as this goes live, I'll be clicking thumbs down.
Why don't you mind your own business, you fat old cow? Oh, I don't take lip from little boys. How'd you know she didn't think it was...
Don't you ever say that again, you fat cow!
I'll flaming well kill ya! You did it for me! You take back what you said, you bitch! You cow! Yes. Oh. This for you, Pat. Now, you dirty rotten bitch! Get out of my pub now! I'm not going anywhere.
Then I'll try and do without a child-killing, drunk-driving ex-hooker in my life.
You've been sleeping with my husband.
Well, to be honest, I don't remember doing an awful lot of sleeping.
What's the usual form for dealing with a mistress?
Slap me if it makes you feel better.
Sleeping with that.
We were happy here.
You bitch!
You cow!
Get off me, you cow!
And her name ain't Judith Bernstein. It's Janine Butcher. I should know. I'm her stepmother. And she's about as Jewish as a bacon sandwich.
Listen, you poisonous witch! How dare you!
Oh. In fact, they should rename this pub the Slapper Cat. You want to say that again?
You're deaf? I think you got the message.
And I got a message for you, sweetheart. I'll pick up my wages on Monday.
Hello. Welcome to the GIGGLEBOX. We've been joined by a very special guest this week.
Who are you calling a brass?
Well, that was a lovely upbeat opening to the show. Do you need to do something with that? Welcome.
Show me your glass. Look at his pigging glass. What's that about?
So we obviously decided to dress for the soap opera theme. And look, I went all to town and I put on a leopard skin shirt, thinking, well, I've made an effort. 5 minutes later, Pam St. C arrives up in the attic.
I'm a cow, I'm a gossip, and I'm a slapper.
I hope you enjoyed our little introduction. I hope you enjoyed the new GIGGLEBOX. So we are... we're not talking about this week's telly because we kind of got the vibe from you guys that you didn't want to talk about Bake Off, you didn't want to talk about Strictly, you wanted to talk about the telly of yesteryear. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about yesterday's telly, not yesterday's, yesteryear's telly. So, of course, we have the lovely Pam St. Clement, a.k.a. Alan, with us. We have loads of familiar faces in the room. So, we have Erica Ann Deacon, welcome. Zoe Roberts, welcome. Michael Gibbons, Alan's brother, welcome.
Makeda Smith. Ellen Meadows. Allardyce. Alison D. John Thompson.
We have the McGuinness sisters in.
Oh, are they in, are they?
Ali and somebody. They are here. Well, welcome, Samantha. Love you. Jason Darcy is here. Carol Brooks. Matthew is here. So Misty Fry is here.
Emma Jane Watts. Any relation to Den?
Rosie Wilkes is here. Sar Wins is here. My mum is here.
Zan Luck TV2.
My mum doesn't know I live with a man. No, she does. Of course she does. And what a wonderful man to be living with.
I do a bore out, don't I?
Yeah, so welcome everyone. First news of the day. So when we were creating our sketches for GIGGLEBOX today, I was in like full drag, and as full drag as I get with a beard. And the doorbell rings, and actually the doorbell rang 3 times whilst we were filming. So that means I have to go all the way downstairs and answer the door to the postman. The first time I went downstairs, I went down in full drag, and I thought, I look quite good in this. Actually, if I just like cover my mouth with a mask, the postman might just think I'm a woman that lives in the house. I forgot that I've got a full beard. So obviously the postman could see like I had all whiskers anyway. The same postman came back 3 times, like a 10-minute gap between visits. Kept saying, I forgot this one. So I think he was a little bit into it.
And if he's coming tomorrow, I'm going down like this.
Anyway, the hot news is, so what arrived in the post this morning?
What have we got over there for?
So this is like exclusive for you GIGGLEBOXers.
Off the press.
Hot off the press. The new Isolation Creations calendar has arrived. So this is our proof, our sample copy. I'm not going to show you everything in it.
Show the bag.
So you get like loads of pictures in it. So you get some of us in the films, the movies. A whole month of Eurovision.
January,
Divinity's horoscopes for the year. You get
Spooky month.
Spooky Halloween month. We've worked really hard on this. You've got a nice advent calendar for the last month of the year. Anyway, look, it's like, there's so much in there. It's lovely. It's like glossy. Ring bound, A4, and then you open it up and you've got a nice A3 calendar. So they are going to be going on sale really soon. They are going to cost £12.99, which is going to include postage and packaging to the UK. Eurovision. Let me see if I can show you the Eurovision month. There we go.
Few familiar faces there.
All your favourites. £12.99. That includes postage and packaging to the UK. That includes a donation to a charity. We are also going to set costs for like sending it abroad. I don't think anyone in the GIGGLEBOX is abroad, but we will have prices for selling it abroad. So yeah, £12.99. So we're going to set up a web page where you can order it on there and pay using a link to PayPal, and when you go to PayPal, because we've set up a business account on there, you can pay with your credit cards, debit cards, or your PayPal account.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, so we're excited. We're really chuffed with how it looks because we've spent a long time designing it and making it as good as possible for you guys. So exciting times.
But it's not a nude one, so don't get any ideas.
No, we thought about doing a little camera. Are you going to keep up Pat's voice for the whole time?
I might dip in and out.
Dip in and out. Let's have a look. Any questions? Some people wanting to order them. Does the week start on Monday or Sunday? Oh, Lisa, what a question. Let's have a look.
Which week? January?
Monday.
Why is it different over there?
Starts on Mondays. The charity, last year the charity was the Ben Cohen Stand Up Foundation, which is anti-bullying, which is something we're really passionate about. Both of us have kind of suffered at bullying, and you know we've been trolled and all that. So it's
And it's bullying all ages, adults, children. They cover everything, the charity, don't they?
Yeah, the voice. The little Cockney voice. Yeah, it's for people who get bullied at work. It's kind of a foundation that then spreads the money amongst other bullying charities. And Ben Cohen's a bit dreamy, so we like doing anything we can with him. So we think we're going to do that charity again, but we are kind of looking at other charities. Yeah, it's exciting times. Lisa Driscoll says her husband always says the week starts on a Sunday. 2 for $12.99.
Hey, what?
I don't know. I'm not on top till, Annie Sanderson. Yeah, with special offer, you get a penny off if you order 2. Yeah, no, we're not doing like knockdown prices this year. It'll be $12.99 a calendar. I used to work with Annie Sanderson in Books Etc. in Covent Garden. Selling calendars, yeah. Well, God, we had Annie. Do you remember we had a calendar shop that opened up in the market, and I think me and Barry used to have to go down there and sell calendars. Anyway, who wants to hear about that? Not any of you. You're here to talk about soap queens. So, like Pat, our favourite soap queens. So, first off, before we chat about our favourite soap queens with you guys, let's hear what the Giggleboxers have to say about their favourite soap queens. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and those are my top 5 favourite TV shows.
All right then, Darren. I'll meet you by the bus stop at 6:30. Yeah. What am I wearing? You mocky top.
Who's that?
Oh, he's such a pervert, him.
Darren.
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, do you watch the soap operas?
Only Emmerdale with my mum.
For me, they're too sensationalist. I mean, all of that happening on one street or one square is just ridiculous.
I tell you what, if they depicted normal life, they'd be ever so boring.
You think?
Yeah, Dirty Den scratching his arse. Angie Watts trying to pay for the back bedroom.
Oh, like Emmerdale is the one that's like set in like the north, isn't it? Like in the countryside?
Yeah. Yeah, well, you see, I'm not really into the soaps currently, but one cannot forget the soap queens of yesteryear.
I think your life would be quite interesting, what with...
Do you know, a lot of people say that. If I had a fly on the wall documentary team in my house, I think we'd get a Brit Award. I remember in that one where there's all the cobble streets.
Corrie.
And there was a woman who went, "Shut up, Jim." No, Jim.
Beverly Callard.
Yeah, what's her name?
Beverly Callard, remember we did her Calinetics?
Oh, yeah.
She played Liz McDonald.
That's her.
So anyway, do you want a scone?
And there was a bit where she was having a nice side pony.
She did. I was like, she used to wear a lot of waspy belts, didn't she?
She did, and leopard print. Annie Walker.
Oh dear, Annie Walker, played by the wonderful Doris Speed.
Doris Speed, not to be confused with Doris Hare. You see, well, I like all the classics. I love all this, renewal of TV programmes on the UK drama.
So, like, is there a, like, soap queen in Emmerdale?
Mandy Dingle.
Oh, yeah, she was good, and she's like, like you, actually got, like, quite a pretty face.
Nice figure as well.
Well, she was queen of that street. I mean, she had a certain panache to her, she had a certain, dare I say it, snootiness. Well, do you know what? I think a lot of the soap queens wear leopard print, don't they?
Yeah, because they're like animals.
So, like, I've got some names of, like, soap queens to run by you. So, like, Bet Lynch.
Dunno.
If you think about it, Bet Lynch used to wear a lot of leopard print.
And another queen of the street that I did admire was Elsie Tanner.
Cat Slacer wears a lot of leopard print.
Actually, I always admired her as the Queen of the Street.
Well, she had, rather than being snooty, she was that kind of brassy tart with a heart who we learned to love.
She was, yes, and she was very well admired.
Annie Walker.
No idea. Liz McDonald wore
Liz
leopard.
McDonald wore leopard print. Peggy Mitchell.
No.
Well, the women are the strong ones in soap operas. I've always said it. The women are ruling the roost. Pat the Butcher.
Oh, God, sounds like a serial killer. I tell you what is underrated.
Yes.
Take the High Road.
Oh, was that the old Scottish soap opera?
Yeah.
No, I don't know any of the characters from that.
Mrs. Mack.
Nope.
Oh, she was funny. Played by Gwyneth Guthrie.
Do surprise me sometimes. Alexis Carrington.
Don't know. Michael Parkinson's wife.
Oh, I did love Mrs. Hewitt. What a woman.
Or was it Mrs. Aspel?
Angie Watts.
Don't know. I really don't know.
And I tell you who I have a particular penchant for. In fact, I quite based myself on her.
Who's that?
Nolly Gordon.
Oh, now she was a superstar, wasn't she?
She was soap royalty.
Oh, I remember once she opened our local co-op.
Yeah.
She popped out of a limousine, totted up. She was in mint green, lovely danglers. She snipped the ribbon, shook a few hands, got back in the limo and pissed off. And I swear to God that supermarket for that week put the prices up so they could pay her fee. There's another good one in Emmerdale.
Uh-huh.
She was behind the bar, I think.
Oh yeah, who's that?
Don't know, she played Teabag too.
Sheila Grant used to
Where? Knitwear.
just wear
Bat wings.
knitwear and bat wings. Oh, Sheila Grant, do you remember her hair?
It was like a big sort of perm, wasn't it?
Oh, it was dreadful.
It's like a
wasn't
big round bird's nest.
Honestly, who'd have that? Oh, no wonder we called her Peggy Mitchell.
Yeah.
Dear me.
Get out of my... Get out of... Get out of the house.
Good girl. Oh, good girl.
What's her name? The boring one.
Emily Bishop.
That's the one, yeah.
I love Emily Bishop. I don't think there's anything boring about Emily Bishop. Smile. Oh, wow.
Loads there, wasn't there?
There we are. The giggle boxers. Loads of thoughts coming in. So, a lot of love for Bet Lynch. Yeah, we love a bit of Judy Goodyear. We've always been a bit obsessed with Judy Goodyear, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, for years. Yeah.
But we especially liked it when she went into Celebrity Big Brother. I mean, that was, we'd sort of dip in and out of Celebrity Big Brother, but Judy Goodyear in there was a good year. Let's have a look. Who else we had? Zoe forgot about Elsie Tanner. How could you forget about Elsie Tanner? Angie Watts, legend. Sheila Grant have been mentioned. Meg Mortimer from Prison Cell Block H. I forgot all about like the Aussie soap stars. So we're going to do a special giggle box about Aussie soap.
Irish Raw said Kim Tate.
Kim Tate from Emmerdale.
Nolly Gordon. Diane Sugden. Who's that? Diane Sugden?
I don't remember Diane Sugden. My best friend from school says Dee Dee Dixon.
Oh, yeah.
That's how Dee Dee Dixon introduced herself on the Close. Debbie Dixon. Did you get it? Dee Dee.
Kath Wells, Mrs. Mangle.
Yeah, love it. We're doing an Aussie one. So we'll do an Aussie special where we talk about all the Aussie kind of soap queens.
Andrew Gunn says Pat the Rat.
Again, we're going to have to save that for the Aussie one. Polly Perkins on El Dorado. We actually mentioned her today, didn't we? Carol Dully, better late than never. Welcome.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, to people, she was amazing in Big Brother, says Georgina Gillan. Got it good. Mike Redfern loved Blanche on Corrie.
Karen Avey said loved Raquel from Corrie.
You loved Blanche, didn't you? On Corrie?
She had some great one-liners, didn't she? Some really good one-liners. Madge Bishop.
Meg Mortimer, Crossroads. Yeah. Sorry, I got that. Yeah, of course Meg Mortimer is Crossroads. Meg Morris is Prisoner. Meg Morris, actually, most recent, a soap queen. She was in Prisoner every episode, but I don't know if she's a soap queen.
Sci-Fi Rock said we should do Harold and Madge from Neighbours.
We have done them. Sci-Fi Rocks, we've done the opening sequence of Neighbours, so it's on the YouTube channel.
And we appear in that, and he offers me a sausage.
I offer Madge my vegan sausage. Blanche was amazing. Ina Sharples. Alan makes a wonderful Ina Sharples. So you've got in soap operas, you've got like archetypal characters. So you've got like Tart with a Heart, Queen, like the royal kind of queen.
Who's up there, you know. Who's...
Tart with a Heart and...
Battle Axes?
Yeah, Battle Axes. So I guess they all fit in them. Pat, would she be...
Battle Axe, I think.
Started out a Tart with a Heart, though.
Oh, she was a Tart with a Heart. And she's a bit of a queen, because she sort of ran the Queen Vic with Frank.
Yeah, so Pat's done like the gamut. Rita Fairclough, Queen. Annie Walker, Queen. Meg Mortimer, of course, Queen.
And there was those years of Coronation Street when we didn't really watch it, but there was lots of different landladies, wasn't there? Like Sheila Grant came in, didn't she?
Yeah, Sheila Grant. There was Professional Northerner, was what a landlady, wasn't she?
And Michelle.
Oh, Nick. Who got her boobs out on Celebrity Big Brother and is a bit of a loose woman?
Colleen
Erica, you'll know her. No, the Geordie.
Oh.
She was the pub landlady.
Oh, and there was the what's her name? Lindsay. Sally Lindsay.
Sally Lindsay. Yeah, they're kind of, I guess, queens. Tart with hearts. Cat Slater, your archetypal tart with a heart. Talking of queens, now I found this clip. I've not shown it to Alan yet. The queen of Coronation Street is, of course, Annie Walker. The most royal of the royal, Denise Welch. Denise Welch,
that's the one.
Got her boobs out on Big Brother.
Knockers out.
Yeah, in front of Frankie Kokosi.
Denise.
What happened to her? The Queen of the soap, Annie Walker, Queen of the Street. This is an interview she gave with the BBC with Albert Tatlock and Ken Barlow. I want you to observe the look that Annie Walker gives Albert Tatlock when he says that the street is the star of the show. This is like classic side-eye. Enjoy.
When you first started working on the series, how long did you think it was going to go on then?
13 weeks, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
3 weeks originally.
13?
No, 3.
Well, I was told 13.
Ah,
Yeah,
well.
we were told 13, but it's been the longest 13 weeks I've ever come across, I can tell you.
The only thing, I was in Bristol in rep, and I was sent for, and I refused 3 times because I hate auditions, you see. And in the end, somebody, and I don't know who it was at Granada, said to me, Doris, do come. This could be something very big.
I'm most emphatic there's only one star.
The street.
The street.
Yeah, this is right. This has been shown over the years, when obviously certain characters are more colourful, but...
There's only one star.
The street.
The street.
Yeah, this is right.
Oh, it's like she stood in muck, didn't it? Oh, the stink under her nose. Oh, dear.
Isn't it amazing?
I bet she was expecting him to say her.
Oh, yeah. Peggy's on the move. I just love that clip. I could watch it over and over and over again. There have been some questions popping up. Was there a queen in Young Doctors?
Ada? Sister Scott?
Sister Scott, I think. Sister Scott kind of ruled the roost. So if she had like the queen role, the royal role would be Sister Scott.
Yeah, she
was Ada
like...
is not a battle axe, is she? Ada's like your kind of archetypal, lovable granny.
Where everybody goes for advice.
Caring parent figure, I guess.
Yeah.
A
bit like... was she like sort of the Vera Duckworth of the show?
I'm not your best authority on Young Doctors.
I think she was. She sort of... Everybody went to the kiosk, had a chat. She knew the gossip. She spread the gossip.
Yeah, there we go. Ada was gossipy, says Cole Tyler.
Yeah.
Richard Woodford. Woody, welcome. Hello. My gorgeous friend Woody, who has been my friend since I did musical theatre back in 92, so before I met Alan. Wonderful. It's lovely to see like friends popping in.
Yeah, it's nice popping.
He said, yeah, I finally made it. Well, you're welcome to join us. We are chatting soap queens, soap royalty. We, of course, have Pat Butcher with us. Annie Walker.
Pat Butchered.
Like, ruled the roost in Corrie. Sean the barman, Corrie Queen. Sean is, I can't think of the name of the actor, but from Queer as Folk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Emma Jane Watts said, any El Dorado? Any...
Polly Perkins. So, Trish Valentine.
What about the one who ran the bar?
Joy.
Joy's bar.
Leslie Unwin. Yeah, Joy was kind of the royal, I guess, and Trish was like your tart with a heart. Let's have a look here. There's an amazing clip where Jack Howarth, Albert Tatlock, goes on Len's This Is Your Life.
Must be Len's pair cloth.
And puts a pair of panties in Len's hands, and Len swiftly hides them in his pocket.
He's naughty, isn't he, that old
Albert Tatlock. Anthony Cottons. Thank you, Samantha. Sam has, aka somebody, has rewarded me with Anthony Cotton's name. Yeah, of course, the gorgeous Anthony Cotton in Corrie.
Speaking of soap operas from overseas, we've got KL from Dallas, Texas.
Howdy, KL.
Dallas, who's
Sue Ellen.
Sue Ellen, yeah.
Sue Ellen or Miss Ellie.
Miss Ellie.
Miss Ellie was like the matriarch, I guess was the queen.
Yeah.
Fizz was the queen of El Dorado. Oh, poor Fizz.
Gwen Lockhead.
Let's have a look at, of course, iconic Queen, took over kind of from Annie Walker, was the tart with the heart, became the Queen.
But for him, you'd have been nowt but a clapped-out chorus girl. Better than a clapped-out barmaid. Talk about fair-weather pals. I should have known better than turn to you. Nobody pours thousands of pounds down the drain, no matter how good pals they are. Pals! Pals! You don't know the meaning of the word.
Pals! Pals!
Who was checking out the price of cigs in Rita's cabin. Yeah, what a wonderful icon Julie Goodyear was. Sue Neal has come back. Welcome back, Sue Neal. Yeah, what an icon Julie Goodyear was. And then, of course, in the 2000s, so when we were together, she came back. She made her return.
But it was a bit of a stretch for her, wasn't it? Because I think episodes were like 5 nights a week, and she couldn't take the pace. And I think she only stayed for about 2 weeks, didn't she?
I think they wanted her back for a long time, but she couldn't hack it, and I think Corrie had changed so much, she just didn't fit in anymore. So yeah, sadly. Bet, we didn't see the return of Bet like we would have wanted to. Hi, Sarah Simpson, welcome. We are both keeping well. Of course, you're with Jamie and Pat tonight.
Pat Butchered.
Peggy Mitchell, amazing. So what a stroke of like casting genius that was to bring in Barbara Windsor.
Oh, she was great. I think originally it was a different actress, wasn't it?
It was a big fat Laxie actress.
But Babs had, since Carry On, she hadn't really done very much TV. I think she'd been in One Foot in the Grave.
She was Aunt Sally's.
Oh, yeah,
She was in Wurzel Gummidge. I can't remember the name of the character.
But great, yeah. It was great casting, and she owned that part, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, amazing. I remember I used to love watching The Big Breakfast. Huge fan of it. And they had a campaign, Get Babs on EastEnders. I don't know if that kind of fell on the right ears in the casting department. But, yeah, what a wonderful role of a lifetime for Barbara Windsor. Kind of proved what an actress she is.
Yeah. I was watching clips of her early today when she's dying and Pat returns as a ghost.
Yeah, Pat's sat on the steps, isn't she?
Yeah, in a beautiful pink satin jacket. And it was so tear-jerking. It was so nice because they were going over their history, the good bits, the bad bits, the bit where they got drunk in an ice cream van. And it was so nice to watch. I didn't see it at the time. But I thought, that was such a lovely... We gave up watching EastEnders,
kind of when Kat married Alfie Moon. Not for any reason like we were against that. It's just it got too much for us, didn't it?
we're working evenings, so we're missing it, and then missing the Sunday catch up. And
Saucy Nancy, thank you, Jason.
Saucy
thank
Nancy.
you, Monty, of course. Barbara Windsor played Saucy Nancy.
And she was on front of a ship, wasn't she?
Yeah, in Wurzel Gummidge. And the character came back in the new Wurzel Gummidge, didn't it?
Yeah.
Played by Shirley Ann Henderson.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Barbara Windsor, what a brilliant actress.
Legend.
Dot Cotton, I don't know if Dot Cotton is, would you call her a soap queen?
Well,
she's an icon.
She's an icon, I would say. And
like Hilda Ogden, I don't know if she's a soap queen, she's a soap icon. We're going to do a show on battle axes, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're going to put together a little show for you on battle axes.
I'm sure the queens will come involved in that discussion as well, because they're all interlinked, aren't they?
But whilst we're talking queens, we're talking royalty, I have another little clip to play you, which I know some of you will have been waiting for. She is everyone's icon, of course, Meg Mortimer, Crossroads Motel. So Noel Gordon, what do you know about Noel Gordon? Tell me about her.
An old theatrical star who then got the Crossroads gig, and just everybody fell in love with her. She made Crossroads. And then there was the awful sacking, which she was completely floored by. And then, of course, the Mrs. O in Acorn Antiques is
based on of
Noel sacking.
When she's sacked and she comes out in a headscarf with a cigarette and goes, "That show was my life." If you look up Noel Gordon's sacking, there is exactly that scene. Noel Gordon comes out with a headscarf on and a cigarette.
And I think the interview says, "Well, what now, Noel? What now?" She goes, "One word is watch me. Watch this space." And she did. She went and did lots of musicals. And
let's have a watch now of some of her at her finest.
I do feel I must thank you. I think you were all wonderful, really. I'm very proud of my staff. And it's lovely to see you all enjoying yourselves tonight. But I think at this time of the year we must also think of the old and the lonely and people who are spending Christmas in hospital at this time. So for all of you, wherever you may be, here's a little special Christmas song. Christmas future is far away. Christmas past is past. Christmas present is here to stay, bringing joy that will last.
Sorry if there's some interference going on, but
somebody's washing machine.
Yeah, I think someone's washing machine is maybe spinning and it's causing a bit of interference. So if anyone's out there with their washing machine on, please do just think kindly about us. Oh no, we're not, Jill.
No, we're joking.
We're joking. Jill Mariner says we keep freezing.
Oh, we do. Oh,
yeah, Michael, your washing machine is not interfering with anyone.
We're pulling your leg, love.
I hope that we are all right. I think, Jill, it might just be your connection might be a little bit unstable.
Check your dongle.
But yeah, if we do go, if a butterfly flaps its wings in Japan, then the internet might go down in Scarborough. Okay. Who knows? It's chaos theory. Jason Darcy's turning off his little item.
His toy.
Let's have a look at some more. Loads of names coming in. Loads of your favourite.
Don Logan said Larry Grayson asked Nolly to marry him.
Oh wow! Was it to be his beard?
That's probably.
And we have Larry Grayson's daughter in the room as well.
We do.
Samantha Halsworth.
Oh yes, we do, don't we? She likes a bit of Larry.
So a few people. So. No issues on YouTube. However, some people on the Facebook are freezing. Some aren't. Some people are really fine. Some people are good. YouTube might be more stable. So maybe if you're on Facebook, flip over to the YouTube channel. I've put the link up on Twitter. I can put the link in here. Let me put it in here. Look at the Buccaneer. Let me see if I can get...
Oh, the Buccaneer.
There we go. There's the YouTube link. So if you're experiencing difficulty in Facebook, you could go to YouTube. It might be a stronger signal in there. Yeah, a lot of people saying it's far clearer on YouTube, so it might be worth heading over to YouTube. Sci-Fi Rocks, lovely comment, one of my favourite comments thus far. Look, Noel Gordon looks like Cilla Black's posh auntie.
She does.
She does. We need to do some like soap scenes, maybe. We are planning to do like our take on some of the classic scenes, like "You're Not My Mother." Yes, I am. We're planning something. So, kind of watch this space. Us folks remind him, Christopher Johns Barrymore, we remind him of Benny Hill. I think it's not me that reminds him of Benny Hill.
I love Benny Hill. I'll have that.
I'll take that.
I'll take
That's
that.
phrase. Alan knows I hate that phrase.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
When people are judged on reality TV now, they go, "Oh yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that." Like they've got a choice. You haven't. Do it.
Benny Hill would love us, yeah.
James Brett is not getting any interfering tonight, but he's open to offers. So if anyone wants to interfere with him, you know where he is. The last of the soap queens who I want to mention, and I know it's come up a couple of times in here, and we've got our friend from Dallas in. This isn't Dallas, but I want to mention my favourite soap queen.
I know it is.
Are you ready? Let's do it. I'm a Lamborghini. I'm a Hollywood star. I'm a little bit tipsy when I drive my car. I'm expensive sushi. I'm a cute huge yacht. I'm a little bit single, even when I'm not. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit of la 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 la. A little bit of Lexus. La 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 la. A little bit of Lexus. La 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 la. A little bit of Lexus. Hide your diamonds, hide your exes. I'm a little bit of Lexus.
Amazing.
I was Vogue in the house, so Alexis Carrington, Dame Joan, amazing.
What a job to land that one.
Oh, amazing.
You'd have such a great time, wouldn't you?
Take your furs and your blonde tramp and get out of my house. Like Alexis was such a big part of kind of me growing up and kind of discovering who I was. I just adored her, like pithy comments. I loved the way. So I think I started smoking most probably because of Alexis. I don't smoke anymore. One of the best things I ever did was stop smoking. But if I smoked, when I used to get a cigarette out, I'd do this. And this is purely because of Alexis. I get a cigarette out and I'd go, tap it and then smoke it.
Did you have a little cigarette case?
Tap, tap, tap. I did have a cigarette case. Just what an amazing character. Just so camp. When they discovered Nazi treasures in the basement of Carrington Mansions, she said to Blake, "Does the name Adolf Hitler ring any bells? Wiedersehen, darlings." And off she went. Just like so amazing.
One of my favourite clips is when she's in that sort of Western bar in the teal blouse and sings
Boys in the back
room.
Cheer for the boys in. And she sits like a straddle.
And she sings it probably.
Loved Sable Carrington, Stephanie Bouchon, Carell. Like I could go on about Dynasty for a long time, but Richard has said we must recreate one of the cat fights. I don't know if we're up to it. We're like nearly 50. We could go down to Scarborough, like to the park where there's a fountain. To the Lido and throw each other in.
Oh, just buy a little kids paddling pool.
Yeah, do it in a paddling pool in the garden. Divinity. Sue Neal, did you see the calendar? So Sue, we've created our calendar and it's going on sale really soon. And the first page of it is Divinity and her little angels with predictions, horoscopes for the year ahead. Don Logan is prompting us. We're moving on.
He knows what's coming.
So we're going to talk about drag, but not drag queens of today. Not your RuPauls, not your, beautiful drag queens. We're talking about drag back in like the 70s and 80s.
When we were growing up, the drag on TV that
comedy,
we saw.
Yeah. We won't talk about it until after we've heard what the Giggleboxers have to say.
Same from last week. There'll be a museum exhibit before long then.
So, like, we love RuPaul's Drag Race. I mean, Fierce, Girlfriend, Ochre Boots. But what is like a classic drag queen?
Bag of Chips is brilliant. We had the great Danny LaRue.
Oh, dear Danny. Yes,
and he was a perfectionist. He was perhaps the only sort of greatest drag queen there was.
So this one is called Lily Savage.
Oh, yeah, I've seen her on Blankety Blank. Oh, what's his name? Years ago, he used to have big buck teeth and glasses and flowery blouses.
Dick Emery. I mean, Dick doesn't even sound like a drag queen name.
Dick Emery?
Oh, Dick Emery. Oh, dear me. It was ITV Dick Emery, I think. So
You're bloody awful. I bloody like you.
Let's just say it wasn't on my box.
And my favourite one is not really drag queen, but it was just, hi, Honky Tonks, how are you? Margie, I've got a few favourites of my own.
Yeah?
I've got that one that has curlers in Yorkshire and goes, come, Paul, get off my steps.
What the names I'm coming up with is like Hinge and Braquette.
No.
What about back in the day we had Dear Hinge and Bracket?
Oh, now they were funny.
Very funny.
And they could play the piano.
I know, that's what I like. If they're going to wear a dress, then have a skill.
There's that one there with the pink hair goes, if I'm not home by 7 o'clock, my pussy climbs walls.
Mrs. Slocum.
Yeah. I tell you who's funny and looks like a man, is that Dame Edna Everage.
Dame Edna Everage, I hate to tell you this, but that is a man.
Is it? There's one that's like, I think she's like a member of the royal family. She wears pink and has a poodle on her lap and writes love stories.
Princess Margaret?
No.
Barbara Cartland.
That's the one.
Like it.
Oh, she's brilliant. Does she sit on the sofa with a little woman called Madge? I mean, one comedian that I did admire is Sammy Baxter.
Oh, I love
Yes, he did a wonderful lot of drag. Get those nuts out of my face. Jeanette Cranky.
Wow. Yeah, she sounds like good.
Really, really funny. Oh, that one with the short black hair. It goes, hi-de hi, ho-de ho, hi-de hi, ho-de ho.
Yeah, I love how drag like subverts culture. You know, like where I did that art project on my TikTok where I was, you know, as nature intended.
When you got some poster pen and painted your tits.
Yeah, I mean that was like subversive and like that went really well.
Yeah, have you done your community service? So...
That's what the Giggleboxers have to say.
Talk about.
Loads of names coming in. A lot of love for Dame Edna. I remember not knowing that Dame Edna was a man.
And I didn't know that Les Patterson and Dame Edna were the same person.
I remember loving those shows. Do you remember the ones where she had like huge Hollywood stars on and they'd come to like her penthouse up like a ski lift? There was someone who kept like injuring themselves and never got there. I can't remember who it was. Someone will know.
Someone will know in the room.
We've
got some great name. Divine, of course. Divine is the mother of drag over in the States.
Lily Savage, Paula Grady. I remember loving Lily Savage. Kind of like when I did my A-levels, I guess, when Lily Savage started coming out, was so blue and subversive. I just read yesterday, I think, he was in one of the big raids in the Vauxhall Tavern in London where the police came and raided it because they were selling poppers. This is back when they thought poppers was spreading AIDS. And Lily Savage was on stage and he shouted, "Riot, fucking riot." And he was arrested. But he was subversive and then he made it into mainstream.
Yeah,
did
and
Big Breakfast.
And even did like Prisoner the musical or show.
I mean, that's daring back in like 90, whatever it was, 95, 96. To have a drag queen on television every morning interviewing Hollywood stars on a bed. A Scouse drag queen.
It was quite common though, wasn't it, for people to accept drag queens like Dame Edna. People loved Dame Edna, Hinge and Bracket, Everybody was fine about Hinge and Bracket because they're entertaining.
I guess there was nothing. There was nothing like sexual about them, though, was there? There was nothing sexy about them, or like there was all rumours like they were married with kids, weren't there?
Yeah.
Remember everyone said Julian Clary's married with a child or something.
Yeah.
There was never a sexual thing going on.
No.
Although Julian talks about all sorts of stuff.
We've got quite a lot of other. Well, Hinge and Bracket's been mentioned quite a lot.
Larry Hagman. Larry Hagman was the one who from Dame Edna who kept like falling off, never made it, fell out off the ski lift or fell out the. Let's have a look. Some people asking. Madge was the person with
the stooge, Edna's stooge.
Dame Edna.
Brilliant, yeah.
Zoe Roberts-Lee says Hinge and Bracket parked outside her primary school when they were filming nearby. Zoe, were they as Hinge and Bracket, or were they the two men parked, or did you see Hinge and Bracket get out of a car? We have Debbie from Adelaide, South Australia, has popped in. Debbie, hey, how are you? Are you still locked down? Are you surviving?
Yeah. You popped over here for a little chat to see some friends.
Sue Neal says Danny LaRue, he was so good. Then Gillian McShane says, yeah, Danny LaRue, awesome. You love Danny LaRue, didn't you?
Yeah. Danny LaRue, he was from head to toe perfection, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was perfection. And I went to a evening of memories for when John Inman passed away. I managed to get a ticket to see his sort of an evening,
like a celebration.
And all the stars came, and Danny LaRue came on.
Wow, was he amazing?
He could hardly walk. He had a walking stick, could hardly walk. I saw some great faces that night. Yeah, John Inman was well loved, and John Inman should be mentioned because some of you are fans of I Been Served. He plays his mother. His mother, and he obviously drags up in a few of the other episodes as well.
He also doesn't he get seduced by like a Spanish criminal who thinks he's Mrs. Slocum.
Yeah,
because he puts on Mrs. Slocum's wig
with the inflatable
and has like
bra.
an inflatable bra. We have a lot of love for Funny Girls in Blackpool. I've seen Funny Girls years ago, back when I lived in Southport. I went to see Funny Girls a couple of times. Yeah. You've not seen Funny Girls?
No, but I've seen them on TV, and I've seen a couple of programmes where it shows the girls being auditioned, and it's a tough job, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's a real show. It's a good old show. Joe Lombardelli, a few of them dragged up in the Carry On films. What springs to mind immediately, you've not mentioned it there, is Bernard Bresslaw. Doesn't he have to drag up as a nurse? No, it's not him.
No, it's the guy from Brookside.
The guy from Brookside.
The Scouse actor. I can't remember his name.
Kenneth. Someone will know. He has to be a nurse in Carry On Nurse Again or Carry On Sister.
But I'm sure Bernard has to drag up in Carry On Girls, doesn't he?
I think so. I know I've seen him in drag. It's haunted my dreams for many a year.
I don't want to dress up suit. I don't want to do this.
Let's have a look. We haven't got any Danny LaRue to show you, but we have got a clip of Dame Edna. Let's have a look at the wonderful Dame Edna. Wonderful!
Oh, it's so funny.
Kenneth Cope, we have been informed from Joe and from Gillian, was in the Carry On. He drags up as a nurse and shares a room with Barbara Windsor.
Jenny Hodgins has mentioned Alistair Sim in St. Trinian's.
Yeah, of course. I forgot about Alistair Sim. The
headmistress. The headmistress.
Wonderful. And then they replaced him with that awful... Rupert Everett played it, and he was so awful.
Well, let's not talk about that version.
No. Gemma Alexander from like 2 streets away. Can you pop over and have a drink next time? You can just sit in the back. Late to the party. Does the headmistress in both the original, more recent St. Trinian's? Definitely counts as a comedy drag. Rabsy Nesbitt, David Tennant was the barmaid. I don't remember that at all. We'll have to look that up.
What dragged up?
There is something coming which I know Alan will immediately jump onto. Steve H, 31. Do you remember the bizarre episode of On the Buses where Stan and Jack dress as tarts and parade to 12-year-old boys?
Yeah, I do. It's really bizarre. Do they have to have an outing?
I don't
on a bus?
What did Jack look like as a tart?
Not very good, I don't think.
Oh, I bet he had awful pinny
I think they just like put some blusher and eye makeup on, I think, and wear like a Clippy outfit. I think they're dressed as Clippies, aren't they? Steve, I think they're they just put an old Clippy skirt on and.
Oh. We'll look it up. I'm going to have to look that up. Gemma says it was a really early role for David Tennant in the Ramsay Nesbitt in drag. Do you remember David Duchovny also drags up in Twin Peaks? I mean, he's playing a transgender, so I don't think you can call it drag. Wouldn't be done nowadays. You'd get a transgender actress. But, yeah, he's in drag. Of course, Les Dawson and Roy Barraclough as Sissy and Ada. We are huge Sissy and Ada fans, as we've said time and time again in the Gigglebox. In fact, we used to do like a routine and act doing Sissy and Ada. Samantha Hallsworth says, On the Buses is one of the favourite videos that we've done. Samantha and Ali, did your dad used to drag up?
I think he did, yeah. Well, I've seen a couple of sketches.
He did some Coronation Street stuff.
Yeah, they did like a Coronation
Not
Street
did your dad
sketch.
drag up at home, like on telly?
Yeah, he did. I think he played Elsie Tanner and Nina Sharp.
I've got like a
and
memory
Hilda.
that...
I don't think Sid...
I've got a memory that he was
did.
Tina Turner, which I know would be awful nowadays. Maybe that's another comedian I'm thinking of. Another comedian who we adore, and I'm sure you'll adore, is Dick Emery. And we have a wonderful clip of Dick Emery. Alan introduced me to Dick Emery, I guess, when we first started dating. I didn't know of Dick Emery before.
I grew up watching Dick Emery, and
I wasn't an ITV family.
And I used to love the theme tune. I don't know whether some of you know it's going dun 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 dun, and it just show these little faces. Oh, and I used to make my evening.
Here's a little bit of Dick.
Excuse me, miss. Oh, hello. Hello. Here's the attractive young lady we've all been waiting for.
Oh, thank you.
Tell me, miss, as one of our leading lady jockeys...
They call us jockettes.
Yes, of course. Tell me, what do you think of your chances for the next race?
Oh, I shall do my best.
Well, I must say you're usually well out in front. I do know that you're strongly fancied by all the bookies.
Pardon?
Well, I heard one of them say he'd be laying you at 5-2.
You are awful. But I like you.
Oh, Mandy, we love Mandy. The little slam with the hand and then the little trip.
Alan said there's a little trip coming. Wait until the trip happens. I've been informed that Dick Emery was BBC One. I was too young. I'm younger than Alan, but like 2 years. But it's a big difference. Eddie Large did dress up as Tina Turner. I have been informed. I vividly remember it. I guess I always liked men dressing up as women. I just found it funny.
I mean,
Panto
every year with the Dame or Ugly Sisters or... But yeah, but a lot of the comedians did it, didn't they? Did Russ Abbott ever do, or did he rely on Bella Emberg for that?
Yeah, I think Bella most probably did his dressing up. So how old are us two? I'm 47.
49.
I forget how old I am. I'm that old that I forget how old I am. Loads of messages coming in. We're really sorry we can't read them all. But there was a great Sissy and Ada sketch in a Coronation Street birthday celebration where Roy was actually Alec Gilroy. Have we seen that?
I have seen that,
Alan
yeah.
has seen it.
I think Les was so naughty because he wouldn't tell Roy what his lines would be because he wanted to put him off really or to make him corpse. So I think he says something like, "Would you like some Betty's hot pot?" "Oh no, we've got cock a van." Have you tried cock a van? He goes, "Well, I used to bang my knee on the gear stick."
Sasha says we are still just bairns. Lots of people the same kind of age as us. We kind of get that you're about the same age as us because you get what we're doing. You get our gags, you get our jokes. Samantha Horsworth, the best dame she ever saw in Panto was Norman Collier.
Oh, wow. I've not seen any Norman Collier.
He's the microphone guy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let the dog out.
Yeah,
Okay, do you want to go out there?
Norman Collier's a comedian from Hull. But all I know of him was this sort of broken microphone gag. I didn't know he's a good dame.
Let's do loads of so much like the Pythons. The Monty Pythons are always dragging up Terry Jones as Jesus's mother.
And somebody mentioned, I think that it's gone off the page, but somebody mentioned Kenny Everett.
Cupid stunt. I nearly said it. I nearly said would have been taken off the air.
And back then, a drag character with a beard. Back then,
yeah. And getting away with Cupid stunt on the BBC. I don't know how that went over their heads.
And I think somebody sent us some clips of Kenny Everett when he did Dallas.
Yeah.
He does a parody of
Miss
Dallas.
Oily.
Yeah, Miss Oily. And Miss Oily is played by about 4 actresses of different ages.
Gillian has mentioned the 2 Ronnies. We have a little clip of one of the Ronnies in drag for you.
My Secret by Pam Ayres. I'm on the telly all the time with poems what I wrote, suppressing giggles in me cheek and chuckles in me throat. But I'm now going to surprise you. Forgive me if I brag about my well-kept secret. I'm Benny Hill in drag.
Oh, we love the Ronnies.
I sort of heard on the grapevine, whether it's true or not, whether Big Ronnie didn't really like doing all the drag.
Yeah, you mentioned that today.
And also Dick Emery wasn't all that keen on doing it either.
I said to Alan, I think that's just because it was like the 70s and they didn't want to admit that they liked it. I expect that they loved it because it wasn't that much hard work, the drag they were putting on. It was no harder than when they were dressing up as the Bother Boy or the Vicar. I think they loved it. We've had some more come in that we've not even thought of. Les Dennis and Dustin G.
Oh, they used to do Mavis and Vera, didn't they?
And lots of love coming in for Panto Dames. People's favourite Panto Dames. Terry Scott as the dame in Mother Goose. There was another dame came up on here. Norman Collier. Oh, I saw another dame mentioned. Terry Scott was a great Panto Dame. If my mum is still watching, Mum, who did I see as dame when we went to Manchester to see a pantomime? We went to see like one proper pantomime when I was a kid. I think it was in Manchester. I think it was Les Dawson, but I might not be. Because most other years we went to see the Everyman Panto, which was like the rock and roll trendy panto, alternative theatre.
Yeah.
But we went to see it once, proper panto. So if my mum is still here, get Dad to... Mum won't know how to type it. Get Dad to write in what pantomime dame I saw.
J.C. Hayes mentioned Hilda Baker. We love Hilda Baker, and of course those who know Hilda Baker will know she did an act with a stooge, which was a 6.5 foot Cynthia, and that was always played by a man.
Yeah.
Which was one of the comedy elements of that was that little Hilda was against his 6.5 foot Cynthia.
Matthew Kelly,
who was mute.
was one of them, wasn't he? Matthew Kelly was a main one. Billy Dainty, is that the name of? Jason said Billy Dainty. That's not to do with Hilda Baker.
I don't think so. I don't know the name of the Cynthias, but I knew that Matthew Kelly was one of their last.
Kath Wells has mentioned Stanley Baxter being a classic dame. Stanley Baxter, just classic.
I love Stanley Baxter's because he was rare, wasn't he, on TV? Because he was so expensive when he put shows on that the TV company's like, oh, we'll do one a year because she's so expensive, because he wanted big numbers. He used to put a lot of effort into all his sketches. So his specials would be like yearly, and we'd all wait. It must be at Christmas, wasn't it? But he used to play some wonderful drag characters like the Queen. We used to do the Queen's speech.
Let me have a look.
Could we have 2 first-class returns to Balmoral, please?
That'll be £1,456, please, ma'am.
We never carry cash.
American Express? That'll do nicely.
Ah, those aromatic herbs. Can you smell it, dear?
Probably one of the corgis. Oh, look, we've been given an escort plane. It's Charles. Oh, do wave to him.
Charles?
Oh, Stanley.
Stanley.
One of my favourite sketches Stanley Baxter did was another commercial, actually. And it was this sort of like Scottish widow set up with like thunder and lightning and crashing waves and this sort of
beautiful
hooded, beautiful woman. And it turns around, it's this like old Scottish hag and goes, "This is what a real Scottish widow looks like."
Sue's loving a trip down memory lane. Someone over here asked, is Stanley still with us? Ian Allardyce. Yeah, he's still alive, Stanley Baxter. He must be old now, yeah?
In his early 90s, I think, now.
But we think he's still with us.
I think your dad's replied about your panto.
We saw Jimmy Edwards and Eric Sykes in Manchester. Not sure who was a dame. I don't know who Jimmy Edwards is. I know who Eric Sykes is.
Gemma Alexander says, saw Barry from Heidi High in Panto. Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't he?
I love Barry from Heidi High. And
come away, Barry, come away.
We saw Heidi High on UK Gold or whatever it's on now recently, and there was someone who replaced Barry. I didn't know Barry got replaced.
He must be went off and did some shows.
Oh, Barry was amazing, wasn't he? I think
he did a lot of. He used to do a lot of Ugly Sisters with John Inman.
Oh, did you really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. Did other people know that? Barry Howard, is he called? And he did Ugly Sisters with John Inman. There is an episode of Steptoe where they dragged up. There's so much like good old fashioned drag out there. And I don't think you could call it drag, can you?
They're the episodes you remember, isn't it? Or the one where he dragged up as a woman, or the Carry On where blah blah dressed as a woman.
I think the drag, like if we're talking old drag, we've got Danny LaRue, Lily Savage, Dame Edna. Anyone else you can think of that you'd say was like drag?
What, so relied on that as
like that was it. That was their kind of main.
Well, Hinge and Bracket.
Hinge and Bracket, of course. Stanley Baxter is 95. Now, of course, nowadays, and it's coming up here, we have drag which is kind of mainstream. And I guess that drag was mainstream, but that's not drag. But yeah, we've got RuPaul's Drag Race on. I'm a fan. Alan's a fan. We like it. But for me, it's becoming... I don't want to say it's becoming too mainstream, but it's like one of those things where you loved it because it was like it was a bit subversive, it was a bit naughty, it was a bit political. I don't know if it's losing some of that now, and you've got all these young people who are not doing it to make a statement. They're doing it to just be beautiful, to like be a beautiful kind of model. They call them Instagram queens or whatever.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of the drag queens they're doing the hair, the makeup, but they're not doing like hips or boobs. They're being flat chested or that's fine.
I don't mind a hairy chested drag queen or a bearded drag queen. I love that because it's subversive, it's political. It's the ones who are just look queens, I think they call them.
I like the drag queens that are entertainers who can sing, dance, or can put on a show. I mean, I was shocked when I've seen some drag queens on the programmes. And they're like, oh, I'm not very good at performing. I'm not very good at acting. And you think, well, what do you do when you go on stage? I mean, are you just dancing and while people are throwing
They just look pretty.
money
I
at
think
you?
they just look pretty. They just look beautiful. They're like unobtainable beauties. But I want my drag... There was a drag queen who won, I don't know how many years ago, RuPaul's Drag Race, called Bob the Drag Queen. For me, he's like what I want my drag to be. Political, subversive, funny... professional, beautiful, but kind of has something to say, has something to shout to the world.
And I'm a big fan of the big girls.
Yeah.
You know, it's we've seen some big girls on RuPaul's Drag Race over the years, and it's so good that Ru celebrates, you know, big drag queens, because, you know, big girls can be beautiful.
A lot of people out there, not mistaken, but liken Alan to Ginger Minge, who is one of the drag queens on RuPaul's Drag Race. So when he was Nurse Gladys, we did the Come Outside video just this weekend, which was really rude. It's like our rudest one I think we've done. But it wasn't like obviously rude. Hopefully it was over everyone's heads. But people likened him to Ginger Minge in that. And when we've done Wilson Phillips, he got likened to Ginger Minge as well.
And one of my favourite drag queens is a big girl, Latrice Royale.
Zoe Roberts has just said it there.
Get those nuts out of my face. And she is absolutely amazing. If you have not seen her, look her up. She's big, she's black, she's beautiful, young, chunky yet funky, large and in charge, and she just owns it. And big fan of Latrice.
Divine was a big girl.
Yeah.
Jinx Monsoon, we've seen live in Scarborough. Jinx Monsoon. So loads of stuff coming, loads of drag queen names coming out. What does subversive mean? Like going against the norm, going against the institution, shifting it a little bit, mixing it up, turning it on its head, flipping it. Cole Taylor remembers RuPaul presenting the Brit Awards in the 90s with Elton John. I remember their version of Don't Go Breaking My Heart. When we did Panto together, Don't Go Breaking My Heart was one of our songs that we sang together, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
We had a hilarious joke where Alan got a little key out of his... I'll give you my key, and he got a key out of his chest and gave it to me, and I started running away with it, and it was on a big ribbon. And did a bra come out at the end of it?
Yeah, a little fake bra.
A little bra popped out at the end of it.
And for that year, I'd made my own costumes, because it's common that panto dames come with their own outfits, and I sort of put these like outfits together, and one of them was sort of a silky number, but it had really bad buttons on it, and I didn't have any sort of proper fake boobs. I was using like tea towels all bunched up and shoved into a bra, and my thing started opening up. And James trying to tell me...
I was on stage trying to give him subtle signs. Look, your bra's coming out.
Your knuckles are falling out. I was like...
Zoe Roberts came to see us in pantomime then and loved it though. If you hang around for the after party, we're going to do an after party where we finish our drinks. I'm going to tell you a story about pantomime that maybe I shouldn't tell, but I might tell you about it.
And I had a wig that had lights in it as well, which I was quite impressed with.
Yeah, he did. He had a Marge Simpson big pink beehive, and it had fairy lights in it. Susan Shepherd says hello from Australia. 7 a.m. here, Susan. Welcome.
Good morning, Susan.
G'day, Sheila. Welcome. The Come Outside video was amazing. A lot of love for the Come Outside video.
Oh, good.
We when we first got together, we got a little bit obsessed with Come Outside. And there was a period when Alan was unemployed, and he used to record Come Outside for me during the day on video. So I'd watch it when I come home from work. But he'd edit it for me. We were already doing silly things. So he'd edit the episode down for me into the most hilarious kind of 3 minutes of Linda Barron doing the most ridiculous things.
It was so sad, really, because it was on twice a day. Something like 9 o'clock and then 3 o'clock. So I'd watch the 9 o'clock version and write notes down to get the idea of the storyline. So when the 3 o'clock one came, I knew where to pause the record button. So it'd be this sort of silly sketch where she sort of goes, "Good morning, Pippin," and Pippin would then turn into like a hedgehog or something.
Honestly, I'd come home and there would be about a 20-minute video that Alan had made of like edited versions of that, of Take the High Road, of
I was crazy back then. You see.
Gloria's Full House. Do you remember you did that?
So you just come through the door like that.
Hey.
And then the credits would roll at the
Oh,
end.
it was so funny, so funny. Anyway, look, my lovelies. Have you enjoyed this kind of version of Gigglebox? So us talking about yesterday's telly, talking about yesteryear's telly. Let us know if this is, better for you all than us talking about Bake Off and because we enjoy it. We obviously, Alan's a font of knowledge on old comedy. I know a lot about sort of old drama and telly. So we've got all these anecdotes and stories. My mum says that Rafi, our dog, was just like Pippin, so my dog when I was a little boy. So people have enjoyed it, love anything we do. So we're going to do it. So we're going to think of what we're going to talk about. We will send it out as like a message. This is what we're going to talk about on the next show.
And if you've got any suggestions...
Yeah, send in
let us
suggestions
know.
what you want us to chat about. But it'll be things like battle axes is most probably one of the things we're going to talk about soon. Australian telly we'll definitely talk about.
Reality TV.
Yeah, reality TV we could talk about. Our favourite, like Big Brother or I'll try and find Come Dine With Me with Valerie.
And there's some amazing reality TV shows we've forgotten about, like Sylvania Waters.
Oh yeah, we can do... So, good. I love both. How about a bit of both? We're a little bit half chips, half rice. Yeah, so... we're still like experimenting with it. Just at the top there is the link to the coffee page. If you've enjoyed it and you want to throw a couple of quid into our hat, like we're buskers, you can visit that address and do that. Or like I always say we're like strippers with a pint pot going round before we get the full Monty out. I'm going to bring over the calendar as well, just again to show you. So those who arrived late and those down under. The Isolation Creations calendar
Proof has arrived.
Has arrived. This is the one version of it so far. This is the proof copy, but it looks really good. So we're going to go with it. 12 months of really fun things. We've got the Mum's Army and Dad's Army is in there. Eurovision. We've got like a Smash Hits page. Dating for Valentine's Day. You got Divinity, Star Signs, Lift, Love, Laughed. So that's going to be $12.99 on sale. Some of that money will go to a charity, and some of it will go to our wig fund. And you'll also get postage and packaging will be included in that price.
And for those who want to buy one for overseas, we'll sort out the price for that.
Yeah, we'll work out the price on that. It is a really fun calendar. We're really chuffed with it. I think we've put a lot more into it than we did for our last calendar last year.
We were new to it last year.
Yeah, we were new to it all. So we're gonna order those and get that all set up so we can get you buying that in the next few weeks, really, and we can start getting them sent out in November.
Especially abroad.
Good. Thank you for hanging out with us. We have drinks to still drink, so I have that much, so quite a lot.
I've got a little glass there.
Alan's got a glass. So if you want to hang out with us,
have a little chat.
Hang out. We're going to do the after party, the lock-in. And if you want to go to bed and get ready for work tomorrow morning, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome, darling. I'm going to go down the apple and pears now.
There's Peggy on the Peggy cam. Peggy, you a good girl.
Oh, hello, darlings.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for hanging out with us. Well, I'll play the music, and then anyone who hangs out, we'll see you on the other side. Anyone else, we will see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home.
Using a satin fabric creates puckering.
Honey, let this cookie crumble.
Just me. Just me here now. I think, Alan, are you taking off the wig and makeup?
No. I was just singing to Peggy.
Here he comes. Here he comes back.
Oh, thanks.
I know, rather a large glass here, Sue Neal. So I have gin and tonic tonight. So this is gin and tonic, but I've put in a little bit of... I'm so poncy, aren't I? This Botanic Lab, which is mate, jalapeno and lemongrass. You would think I lived with Zoe Roberts in Stoke Newington drinking that kind of thing.
Bit croissant.
Croissant.
Bit croissant.
Yeah,
and I've got
flavour.
Strawberry lime cider.
Jason Darcy says, holes, holes here and there. Useful holes are everywhere. There is another version. Auntie Mabel's whole crazy because she does another show where she does...
So many different holes to be found. Bread, 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 made from wheat and rye.
So we've got people... Ellen Meadows is having a black coffee. Black coffee on a school night. That'll keep you awake. Gillian McShane is drinking tea in bed. I was working yesterday morning and this morning in China, so I'm not working tomorrow. So it's my day off tomorrow, so I'm drinking.
And for those who aren't fans of Come Outside with Aunt Mabel and Pippin...
No one's a fan of Come Outside.
There will be... there is an episode, and I kid you not, where she follows a Pippin turd from the garden to the toilet all the way to the sewage works.
She does follow Pippin's log, Pippin's egg. She follows it and then sees where it goes. And I think there's a song about poo. Zoe's loving my yerba mate, jalapeno and lemongrass botanical tea. However, Cole Taylor says he's with you. He'd rather have cider than all my poncy
Well, you know what's in that, don't you?
Lisa Driscoll was thinking about old soaps, and she remembers The Brothers. I don't remember The Brothers at all.
In what? Which soap?
The Brothers. No, a soap called The Brothers. And and Triangle.
Triangle
was about... Was it about a boat?
Yeah, I think so.
Kato Mara.
Yeah.
It was about like a ferry.
Not to be confused with Howard's Way.
Stephen Richards just home from college, so having a hot chocolate. Zoe has cracked open a New England White IPA. Oh, nice.
Martin Garton Spence says, oh my God, I remember the Sewage Works episode.
Yeah,
so,
your brother remembers the Sewage Works episode. Michael does, but he's going to go off to bed. Michael works nights, so...
Good night.
If you've got a night off, you need to sleep. Gillian McShane has also seen the poo episode. Diane Cairns, but there's a lot of love for Come Outside out there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can say what's in that, Alan. What's in your cider? What is it? Strawberry and lime?
It's strawberry and lime from Aldi, and it's called
Alska.
I misread that when I bought it. I thought it says Alaska.
I think it's meant to think Alaska. Zoe Roberts-Lee, she remembers Triangle. She says it's with Larry Lamb. And the brothers they ran a trucking firm. Cole Taylor says, does anyone remember Richmond Hill? It was an Aussie one, but only lasted about a year. The Freak and Chrissy Latham were in it. Yeah, I do remember it vaguely, but I get it confused with Shortland Street in my head.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think was New Zealand.
That was like hospital, wasn't it?
Christopher Johns Barrymore. Yeah, Aldi is huge in the UK. Aldi is like our corner store. So Gemma, if she's still here, Gemma is here. She's on the Aldi Vino. She will know that we are within spitting distance of Aldi. So it's like our corner shop.
It is.
I could run there. I could be back before, this closes. I could be back with more beer.
And you could wear chippy slippers there. Now I've invented this word called chippy slippers, and they're slippers that are strong enough to get you to the chippy and back, without them collapsing or breaking. And I think you'd be able to go to Aldi in your chippy slippers.
I've got some little news for you. Alska means love in Swedish.
Oh,
James Brett.
Thank you.
I don't know, James, are you leading us a merry dance? Although I get Eurovision, so Alska might have been a Swedish Eurovision entry.
Andrew Orm says Albion Market. Remember that one?
Yeah, we were talking about Albion. In fact, in one of the Gigglebox videos, they mentioned Albion Market, but we cut it out. They talked about Helen Shapiro, who was brought into Albion Market to spruce it up
Spruce it up, but sadly didn't work, did it?
Stephen Richards would love to see us doing something on the shopping channel. We're going to do it with the calendar. So we're going to create our own shopping channel to sell our calendar.
And I've been thinking about an item today that's going to be sold on the shopping channel, which Jamie doesn't know about yet.
Gillian McShane says, like we were saying, we're all of that certain age, so we get what we're going on about, everyone, because it's all stuff we should have been watching, but we shouldn't have been watching when we were at uni doing tutorials. But actually, yeah, we just watched.
But I think the youth of today are now watching things like Homes Under the Hammer and Claimed and Shamed, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. Monkty says, Triangle with Kate O'Mara. She used to have to freeze her knockers off in a bikini.
She did.
Pretending to sunbathe on the poop deck going across the English Channel.
It was the North Sea, wasn't it?
Was it the North Sea?
It was grey. I think the sea was grey and the sky was grey, and everybody was like shivering on the...
Cole Tyler remembers Albion Market and said it's awful. Noreen Kershaw was in it.
Noreen Kershaw from Brookie. Who is apparently...
Lizzie Birdsworth.
The daughter-in-law of Lizzie Birdsworth.
Oh, I thought she was Lizzie Birdsworth's daughter.
No, she's like daughter-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Hey, Jason, thank you. Welcome from Australia. Good morning. It's sort of 7 8 a.m, isn't it? Enjoyed the shoulder pads, the 80s cheesy soap of Sons and Daughters. We loved Sons and Daughters.
Oh, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed doing that, and that's been well received over in Australia.
Yeah, really well received.
Because I think you're all able to buy the DVDs over there now, aren't you? In big box sets. They come out in like seasons.
Cole says Noreen Kershaw was Lizzie's daughter-in-law.
I thought she was.
Yeah, we used to be able to watch Sons and Daughters on YouTube. They were all on YouTube, but I think they've been taken off because these DVDs have come out.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere that David Palmer, the actor who plays David Palmer, is really into not, everything being taken off because of copyright laws. Because obviously they don't get paid, do they? They'd rather make money.
Oh yeah, if it's on YouTube, you don't get paid.
And he was really into get everything off that's what's the word, moody.
There's so many messages coming in that I'm trying to read that I'm going to try and answer now. Would we consider doing Ranch Ghost? Yeah, definitely. We have done Mrs. Popoff. So if you look at our blankety blank Halloween special, Mrs. Popoff pops off in that. So she's in there. Do we remember Take the High Road? Yeah, we were talking about Take the High Road just earlier on in tonight's programme. Prison Cell Block H is kind of in development, not in production. So there's things getting bought to make it. We're working out kind of the eras we're going to do, how many videos we're going to do.
Cole Taylor says, yes, it's true about the...
about David Palmer.
He says Layla's the same. Layla Hayes, who played Beryl. I've been looking for pictures of Beryl, but she seems to have gone astray.
We think Layla Hayes is like the Pauline Quirk of Australia.
Yeah, we heard a rumour that she runs a drama school. I don't know whether you know anything about that, Cole Taylor.
Or any of you Australians popping in. Does Layla Hayes have a series of schools, or has she just got one school?
I watched a little video the other day about them having it sort of reunited about 5 years ago, and the lovely Charlie Bartlett was on there, but she's passed away.
I love Charlie Bartlett.
But she gave up acting and became a lecturer.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she was a university lecturer.
Before we got the beautiful Peggy, when we talked about having a dog, Charlie Bartlett was one of the names that we were going to give our dog.
Charlie darling.
Charlie darling. There's a video where Charlie says darling 14 times in one episode. I'll try and find it and play it you. Lisa says, someone mentioned earlier they loved Servalan on Blake 7. Servalan sometimes pops in to chat with us, Lisa, and is a big fan of ours on YouTube. And Lisa knows we've talked of doing Doctor Who and his many sidekicks. It'd be great if we could do some of the great old crappy sci-fi. Yeah, we want to do Doctor Who. Blake 7 I don't know as well. But yeah, like the camp sort of sci-fi where it's like retro version of the future, like Lost in Space, the old classics.
Jane Bridges said she'd like to see a Last of Summer Wine parody. Nora Batty's Wrinkly Legs.
Here we go. Jason Jones has come in with some Layla Hayes news.
Yeah, we want to do Last Summer Wine. We were going to do it last summer, I think. One day where we had lovely weather and we went very well, were we? So we didn't film it.
We didn't film it, and our next door neighbour was getting a new bathroom, and I was saying to Alan, let's try and rob his bath so we can put it in the garden and be like the three old men in the bathtub, but we didn't get it.
But that's in the pipeline. Last Summer Wine.
The news from Australia is that Layla Hayes has one school. So Beryl from Sons and Daughters.
Oh, do you think it's like a little...
And she was also a radio talk show host. Over here we have from Cole Taylor. Yes, Layla Hayes ran a drama school but retired a few years ago. She doesn't do any of the Sons and Daughters reunions. He's going to find the clip where she was kicking off about YouTube and DVDs.
Because I just want to see what she looks like now.
He says, Alan, she looks exactly the same.
Oh, does she? Is she still brown hair or is it grey?
Take these ribbons from my hair. Doesn't she sing that on the
Yes.
Sons and Daughters album?
Another sad thing is I have a copy of a record where the cast of A Country Practice and Sons and Daughters sing songs. So we've got Cookie singing Woollamaroo, I bloody love ya. Yeah.
Christopher Johns Barrymore. There was a show that was called, it's in the US, called Three's Company. Three's Company 2. I think it had Suzanne Somers in it. I might be wrong. There was a version in the UK. It's based on the UK show, which is called Man About the House.
And there's an American version of George Mildred, isn't there? Called The Ropers, is it?
Called The Ropers, who were Three's Company's landlords. Man About the House, it's called. It's funny. It's really 70s. It's brilliant. We did a picture of it last year. We've not done a video of it. We're talking about doing a video of George and Mildred as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we're going to create George and Mildred.
Sort of in the style of You've Been Watching.
Video. Stevie H says, have we watched the recent Zoom with Sons and Daughters? Tom Richards is a bit loopy now. Wayne barely smiled. Only the second Susan seemed to be enjoying it.
I saw a bit of that.
And Tom Richards was sat slagging Abigail off.
And we heard that you play what's his name? Young lad. Kevin. You play Kevin in the parody, don't you?
Yeah.
And he liked it. He liked our work.
He liked our video. Tom Richards liked our video, and the second Susan saw it. I wanted, I don't know their names. Angela,
Ali Fowler.
Angela to watch it. Ali Fowler, and the one I was, who was a Morel, the girl Morel. The young Morel, Amanda Morel.
Amanda Morel.
She's out there on YouTube, but on Facebook, but she's not seen it.
Oh yes. Cole Taylor says the record where Pat and Fiona sing Bosom Buddies.
We'll always be. Bosom Buddies is such a good song.
The tongue is vicious.
There's lots of Sons and Daughters facts coming in. Barbara Hamilton was the Anne Robinson equivalent of the weakest link.
She was.
We know that already, Jason, because she was big news in the UK because she was Morag in Home and Away, so everyone kind of knew her from there. But of course we knew her from Sons and Daughters, from Young Doctors, and from Prisoner Cell Block 8, where she was the visiting justice.
And always had like brown on. She wore brown and bronze lipstick.
Some other little news coming in. Gillian McShane is suggesting Terry and June, The Good Life, and Sorry. Good excuse for me to... I get mistaken for Ronnie Corbett too much. Sorry would be fun because we got the guy with the big moustache.
CPR
language, Timothy.
CPR says, what about Cagney and Lacey?
CPR! Cagney and Lacey is one of our best videos out there.
Done, darling.
Get looking on YouTube because Cagney and Lacey, we kind of recreated the whole of the title sequence. It's so good. We did the flasher at the end. We have Christine Cagney kind of nursing a drink, wondering whether she should drink it. We have Harvey in it, Harvey Lacey. Find it because it's funny. Laverne and Shirley opening titles.
Is that the Beer Factory?
Kogan, man. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. Well, you want to do it as well. It's just difficult. Have you lost an earring?
Oh yeah, I know where it is.
Okay. Just that with one on.
The end of an earring.
People are wondering like why you're sat like that if they've just arrived.
Do people know what that title of a book is? End of an earring?
The End of an Earring is Pam St Clements.
I was asking them.
Oh. We haven't done Dallas. We haven't got cowboy hats.
We're still looking for a Stetson. This is a big head.
Donate up there, that address. Get us a cowboy hat that'll fit Alan. Yeah, Sue would love us to do George and Mildred. We are going to do it. We love George and Mildred. I'm going to be Tristan. That's all you need to know.
And I'm working on a Vera sketch for the detective Vera. All right there, love.
Someone was asking earlier, do we create them ourselves, think of them, or do we take it from what people say? It's
bit of both, really.
Bit of both. We have a list. We have a big list of things that we'd like to do. We like to mix it up. We like sometimes to do kind of the straight kind of parody where we dress up as your favourite characters. Then we like to do a bit of writing where maybe we write a sketch or a skit like this weekend. We love to do the lip-syncy kind of music videos. Then we love to do compilation music videos. So it's a real mishmash. Don't know if he's still here. Real mix-up of stuff.
We also have to sort of work around Jamie's work schedule because sometimes you're busy. So if some weeks is far too busy for us to do anything, we do something very short, don't we, and small.
Yeah, like certain things we do that are littler, so because I have to work during the week a lot more. Doesn't wearing one earring mean you're a big old woofter in the 80s? I think it does, but I don't think it's that ear. I think that was the straight ear, wasn't it?
And there was something about handkerchiefs in your back pocket.
There's a whole handkerchief code.
About what
you don't know that.
Colour? Well, I do know, but I can't remember what some of the colours are. I mean, I'd never have a yellow one, probably, or a brown one.
Yeah, and it depends what pocket you put it in. So I think
Sue Neela's going. So good night, Sue, my love.
Good night,
Thanks for
and
popping by.
Jill Mariner is also going. Good night.
She's written. Sue's written. Now time to exit stage left.
Oh,
we love Sue Neil.
Guys, the chocolate conveyor belt scene by Lucy Ball.
Oh, yeah.
We've done a photograph of that. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's in our Instagram or Facebook. You might find it. We've done the photograph of Lucy and I don't know the other ladies.
Oh no, this name's been popping up all evening, but we sort of keep missing it. And Christopher Johns Barrymore's mentioned it about Mrs. Brown's Boys. Of course, he's a runner. Today's version of Battle Axe Drag Queen.
Yeah.
I'm not a great fan of it, but I do think he's got a great character there, and I think he's quite funny.
It's all his family as well, isn't it? I don't watch it, so I'm not good for it. But we could definitely do a spoof of it, I think. Jason Darcy, we have done a photograph of Bewitched, so it was really fun. And Alan made like a gravity-defying milk bottle for it. And Alan was, of course, Endora.
And I was trying to sort of perch myself on the kitchen counter. But because of the cupboards behind my head, I had like that much counter to sit on. And, I got a lot of junk in my trunk, if you know what I mean. So I kept sort of trying to slide. I kept sliding off. So if you look at the photo, I'm actually perched on like a sort of step ladder.
Alan looks a little bit in pain, isn't it?
I'm trying to sort of do the Endora thing.
Cole, send us it by Facebook Messenger. He's found the clip of Layla Hayes.
That's good.
So you guys, the calendar, a few people coming in. We're going to work out how much it's going to cost for international postage.
We're most probably going to try and do like a web page.
On that last year.
We're going to try and do like a web page where it'll have all the links and whatever, all the info that you need. Because we were sort of quoting too little.
We quoted too little. It ended up being really expensive to send it, so we kind of lost a bit of money doing that. But we're going to work out exactly how much it is. We don't want to make money out of your postage, so we'll work that out.
And unfortunately, quite a lot of them got nicked last year. Yeah. About 20 or so were stolen. People were getting empty envelopes delivered. So I don't know what that was about.
No, I don't know, because no one would want it. Like, that wasn't a fan of ours. A fan. Who do I sound like? A follower. I think I can say we've got fans. I think I can be that bold. So Christopher Johns Barrymore, Alan suggested Islands in the Stream just this weekend, and we were going to do it, but I want to do it as a compilation of duets. So we're going to do a duet compilation, lots of little clips of famous duets. So it will definitely be in there.
Because I thought it was an ideal one for this week, because it was because Jamie was busy. I just thought, one outfit, one.
Yeah, but
1 hour of filming.
I don't think Dolly Parton suits a beard, so it'd be difficult.
Well, Kenny Rogers is the one with the beard, darling.
Mosquiff says, "Can we do Simon and the Witch?" That's such a funny, weird
Elizabeth
suggestion.
Spriggs. I love Elizabeth Spriggs.
Who's really famous that's in Simon and the Witch?
Who? The woman?
No, is it Naomi Harris? Miss Moneypenny from the new Bond films.
Oh, right.
Beautiful black actress. Is she in Simon and the Witch? I think it's her. Gillian McShane says, the Mrs. Brown thing, we have a version in Northern Ireland to May McFetridge. I didn't know you were from Northern Ireland, Gillian. Same origins, Panto Dames, but O'Carroll was the one that hit the big time.
CPR over in the YouTube room says, Mrs. Brown boys are all up themselves. They laugh too much at themselves. Seen them live, not good.
Oh, wow.
Would rather watch us do any time.
And a lot of people saying they are our fans, which is lovely.
Oh, thanks. Nice to have fans, isn't it?
Joe So Lombardelli is asking
if we've done Joe So Lombardelli!
Asking if we've done Prisoner Sublocate yet. Stop asking us.
Just let's say we've had trouble, but it's now rectified. We had a parcel delivered today.
I have not seen the parcel.
Which is a grey uniform jacket. Unfortunately, I can't get one in my size. So I'll be playing Mrs. Davidson.
You've got to be the freak, though.
I'll have to be freak in civvies.
Leather gloves.
I can't find one in my size.
Guys, we're looking for a big size. So for a big man, grey uniform jacket,
security jacket.
Find it. There's big security guards out there.
Yours came from Germany today.
Oh, I'm excited to pop it on. That's how busy I've been while
Poland.
Salon's been opening our parcels. Yeah, Zoe loves the sound of duets, so we're going to get that going.
CPR, very good suggestion. It's Peggy Lee, Fever. You get me fever.
Is it a duet?
No, I don't do that.
Yeah, when we do the cell blockage, I promise you it's going to be really good and worth the wait. They're going to be a series of videos, so you're not going to get the whole of cell blockage in one video. But yeah, you're going to get it. Layla Hayes was also in Cell Block H, but I don't think she's a big enough
She was a bit annoying, I thought. I remember being a bit annoying. Something about she always wanted some, where's my bloody dough? And for those really die-hard fans of Cell Block H, we have purchased teal hoodies. And I just recently bought a teal linen shirt.
So we're going to do Wentworth.
For a particular Wentworth baddie.
Cole Taylor says, yeah, can't we get hold of Len Murphy's jacket? That's what we mean. Alan has to be kind of some of the guards. I can't be them all.
See, that's the sage-coloured era.
Oh, the sage ears.
The one I got you.
Joan doesn't wear the grey, does she?
No, she's in green, but she's a bit in grey blue.
Yeah, but I can be Vinegar Tits and then Meg, I guess.
I have got a sage jacket, but it's not a.
I can be Meg when she's got like prime bowl-head hair. If you have Aussie fans, maybe they can send you an original prisoner uniform.
Oh,
I don't think they.
Or the other thing I'm going to have to do is, like those cut-out outfits you get on paper dolls. Just make a front one. But I'll get around it.
What about Hinge and Brackets booth? We're not even going to go.
Don't mention Hinge and Bracket.
Story. We were Hinge and Bracket in a blankety blank sketch.
I've mentioned to you before about his stink face in blankety blank. We wanted to do some duets in blankety blank. It was our first blankety blank, and I said, "Can we do Hinge and Bracket?" And he looked at me like I'd ripped his liver out.
It was a long day, and I was in a little bit of a mood. And then I think Alan sometimes appears in these beautiful costumes that he spent ages primping and making himself great, and then he throws me this kind of smithy creation that I have to balance on my head.
I come out with hangers with gowns on, say this is, and you go, "I'll use my own shirts," and he puts shirts on back to front,
and I always look fierce.
He does actually.
Oh, guys, who's going to be Erica Davidson? I think it's going to have to be Alan. You're going to be Erica.
Well, I don't know yet. We'll see what there is. Well, there's parts you're definitely playing. There's parts I'm definitely playing. There's a few we haven't talked about yet.
There's loads of there's so much Selma Cates love out there. I knew that we'd attract Cell Block fans. I'll kill you, Ferguson, and I don't mean just break your arm or rip your face off. I'll kill you. A Len Murphy quote. Cole Taylor says Joan is in both, mostly Sage, however.
Cole Taylor, you obviously will know the scene where she's been sacked and she works as a hostess in a cafe, a restaurant.
And the woman says, excuse me, this cake is
This
cold.
walnut cake's a little bit dry. Really? After 10 mouthfuls you've been chomping away at that?
Could have told me that before you wolfed down a whole chunk of it.
Now get out.
Cole says I can be Anne Reynolds and you can be Erica. I'll be Gerda. When Gerda was like sassy and dated that biker reverend. Loads of you don't know what we're talking about, so we're really sorry.
I remember
kind of boring.
I remember my brother, if he's still in, we went out and bought the single for Used to Give Me Roses. And obviously it come out a lot later than what we were seeing. And we were going, where's Erica Davidson? She's not on the photograph. Who's that woman with the grey hair? People? And obviously it was
Bee's got short hair.
It was Gerda Nicholson had replaced Patsy King.
Cole says yes, it wasn't cold. It wasn't cold and you wolfed down 10 slices.
Now get out.
So many prisoner quotes I could start. It's like Victoria Wood quotes. We'll start just bouncing them back and forth off each other. The single was released in 1989, 3 years after the show finished. The show was still airing in the UK.
And I remember watching Hotel Bangkok. Was it Bangkok Hilton?
Yeah, with Nicole Kidman.
And that had Gerda Nicholson in it. She played a mother. I was like, oh, I get such a kick when I see prisoner people in things.
Another gin and tonic being poured. Yeah, Prisoner was such a good show. Me and my friend Juliet at university, when I went to university, I found like one other Prison Cell Cage fan, and we used to go and watch it in the like TV lounge at university. Watch Cell Block H. It was on dead late at night, and it was episodes that we'd seen because Kent was a different region than Granada, but we just loved it. And we set up a Prison Cell Block H society at university, but purely just we were the only members. That was it, and we didn't tell anyone else they were members of it. So we went to like the laundrette at university, and we'd hang out in there, and if people would come in, we'd sort of look at them like prisoner would. What are you doing? We'd sort of suss them out and say, welcome, do you want a hand using the dryer? And then we'd chase each other around university like we did escapes and stuff.
Cole Taylor and Kogan Man 123 have said the same about the photo on the CD single, that it was completely like who's that? Who's all these people? Gutted that some of our favourites were missing.
Erica's still here. Erica used to watch it in Granada. Yeah, I was at Granada, so I used to watch it. You'd have been at Lipper then when you were watching it in Granada.
I was Yorkshire TV, and ours was on a Monday night at 11 at night till 12, so I was allowed to stay up and watch it.
I remember watching it. I watched a movie on BBC Two, and it was really sad. Someone died in it, and I was quite distraught. So I turned over to ITV, and there was this weird show on, and Liz, this old lady, was leaving prison, and they had a barbecue for her, and I was hooked.
And what would really annoy me, you'd watch it for like 2 or 3 or 4 months, I'd go, and at the end of one episode, something like, "And prisoner will now return in the autumn." You're like,
Yeah,
wow.
and it offered me like a cliffhanger. I remember when Jim Fletcher's family blew up, and they went, "And prisoner will return soon," and didn't say when.
It'll be spring next year. Like, what?
Andrew Valentine's just joined. So yeah, we had Pat Butcher join us for the earlier part of the show. We found them, Carl, on YouTube, and definitely we've been dipping in and out during lockdown. If we hadn't have done this, the other project we were going to do was podcasts watching Prison Cell Block H from episode 1. Zoe watched Prisoner and Preston too. Zoe's still here. You're all still here, guys. Do you want to... are we still going? We're still hanging out? I don't know if Alison Davis is still here.
Kill a buffet.
I'm at that stage where I'm thinking, does everyone need to go?
They'll go when they want to go.
Joe Soso Lombardelli, I'm going to show you something in the calendar.
Joe Soso Lombardelli. The Generation game, yes, with Larry and Ida Sinclair.
So I'm going to try and do it, show you. There in the middle. That's our little fairy tale of New York. They are there. We've done it. Definitely could do it again.
We could definitely do the video, couldn't we?
Cole Taylor says same as him. He switched over one night and thought, what is this? What is this prison world of these women? And then was completely addicted. Ulster TV, Prisoner was on really late. I can't remember when it was on in Granada. I think it was Sunday nights and Thursday nights.
2 nights a week?
Yeah, I think so. And it was definitely when I was at school, like third year senior school, was when I started watching it. Because I was like a bit of a swot, and I did... you did this as well, though. I used to go to parents' evening to serve teas. But it was just because me and my friend Fiona could then play
with a tea
Mrs. O'Regan and play with a tea.
You stupid girl. What are you doing in the kitchen, you stupid girl?
So I used to put a mop head on my head and be Lizzie, and my friend Fiona was Mrs. O'Regan. And then we'd go out and serve tea to people. We didn't wear that when we served tea to people. But yeah, it was just about playing with tea urns.
One of my favourite, first memories of Prisoner was when B. Smith was being a bit of a heavy to somebody, and she sort of placed a fork on that person's hand during a meal. Like,
I loved all the little heavy things in the... I just loved it. Do you remember when they used to go and like ransack someone's room, and it would just be Jacko and Lil and these extras, and they'd run in and like shake talc about and like rip a pillow up and then run off down the corridor.
And one of the funny things I used to look out for was the extras would be serving the food in the rec room, and some people just hold out a plate and get like one slice of onion put on, and they'd walk away and just be like, yeah, that's my lunch, because they weren't very good at dishing out the food.
We adored all the extras. So when we do our prison cell blockade, you can be sure the extras are going to be in it. So Tina Murray's going to be in it.
She was on with the blonde curly hair and glasses.
Barbara Youngworth is going to be in it. Lorna is going to be in it.
And she sort of had like sort of afro, brown afro, and like always like shook the gates whenever there was a riot.
Jacko and Lil will definitely be in it.
They're like the
I'm
big
going to
girls.
start giving you names now. You'll see how sad I am. Mary Adler's going to be in it.
And she was like the Les Dawson, brown hair, darkened glasses.
No, that's not Mary Adler.
Oh no.
Mary Adler was killed by a prison guard, and the only lines she had was when she was about to die, and he went, "What's your name?" She went, Adler.
Who are you?
Mary Adler. Dead.
That's
the next
end.
episode.
I think her hand's coming out of her.
Mary Vaughan is the one Alan's thinking of.
Mary Vaughan.
Who used to wear the reactor glasses and look like Les Dawson. There was one called Gina Lombardo.
Bolzano.
Gina Bolzano. We were obsessed with the extras. So yeah, Carl Taylor says, yeah, they were sometimes just served a piece of lettuce.
Yeah, or like a ring of onion off a fork. Miss used to snatch the plate away and walk down the... But then they'd sit there eating like a ring of onion.
Carl Taylor has said, Mrs. O'Regan legend, when Pixie was pretending to be mad.
Oh, yeah.
And she said,
"What you doing, you stupid girl?
She's a loon."
She's a bloody loon. Or they'd try and steal things from the kitchen to make grog with.
Yeah, potato peelings.
Where's those potato peelings, you stupid girl?
Kogan Man called the extras React. Yeah, they were.
React. I liked how the extras were sometimes really nice and lovely and be knitting, and then when the Ballinger siege was happening, they were like pulling like heads off, and
they were sometimes given like heavy jobs, and it didn't work. Oh, my eyes, my cheeks.
And I remember the Ballinger year or the month. Mary Vaughan, who was the big cuddly one with dark glasses, had obviously done a job for Ballinger, and she sort of just threw like a nail polish at her as reward.
I think Mary Vaughan also collected Noel Mackenzie's like protection money once and like held someone up. Like Gillian McShane always remembers B slamming a press on someone.
Oh yeah, she was that lot, didn't she?
Yeah, the press was dangereux. There was, in our charity shop round the corner, which does furniture, they had a steam press, but it was only about this big. No. We thought, no, that won't work. Alan's going to make one out of an ironing board for us, and have a proper one. Cole Taylor is lolling at Gina
Balzano.
I don't know how we remember that. Someone has just said, if you're still watching, consider giving us a tip. And it's really easy to do. So yeah, it's lovely when that happens. It makes us full of love.
Yes, Andrew Gunn, we know the extras' names. It's quite sad, I know.
Yeah.
I think, you know, for Prisoner fans, if you watch episode after episode, you just get sucked into all these like other characters. That,
yeah.
Does anybody remember the mother and daughter? The mother was called Evelyn, and the daughter was called Carolyn. And well, they went to the halfway house to live there for a bit.
I think they killed like the abusive father.
And Mary Vaughan she'd been released, and she was in the halfway house with Lizzie and Carolyn and Evelyn. And then next bit, she's back in the slammer.
CPR, good night. Thank you for visiting us in the Gigglebox. Koganman says Tina looked like Bo Selector. She did, didn't she?
Yeah, she had a big sort of rubbery nose.
And she's one of the last faces that you see.
Oh, that was good. That's the last episode. The
Ferguson.
The director gave them all a little shot,
Little
didn't he?
close up. So, like, just between us gals, I'm going to let you into a funny little secret. When one year when we went on holiday to Greece, such a weird thing.
Oh, you can say that one, yeah.
Alan made little stickers of Prison Sublok H characters, like a Panini sticker book for me, and it was just a funny little thing that he gave me on holiday that I could do and collect. But then we started leaving them in little funny places. Like we'd leave them in like we'd stick them up in like phone boxes.
In our hotel, there was like a reading room with books where you could go and pick up a book and take it back to your room. We put in a
K.
picture.
White.
We put in a picture of just a little stamp-sized sticker of K. White pointing at Lizzie, and we also put a picture.
We were much younger.
We put a picture of Gold Meg when Joan
has an acid trip.
Yeah, there's a picture.
And Meg goes guilty.
There's a picture of Gold Meg in a Greek telephone book somewhere over there.
Yeah, we left all these little funny stickers. Oh, it made me laugh so much. We were in like a supermarket. We were like subtly putting them on. We put Joy Westmore on a little bottle of cola that was called Joy Cola. So we put Joy Westmore's face on it.
We put a picture of Nola Mackenzie on a tin of squid.
Honestly, I think we were very naughty. We could have ended up a Greek policeman's plaything, but we didn't. Look, people are laughing. People are loving it. Like, I know, it was so silly that Erica's loving it. Yeah, honestly, it was the funniest thing I think we've done on holiday. And then we went back to that resort about 2 years later. And
we saw the same stickers. We did. Went to the same hotel and we saw the same stickers. A bit faded.
We saw a little white square in a phone box. But because it was facing the sun, there was just a white square with 2 dots. And Alan said, "Oh, look, all you can see now is Nola Mackenzie's eyes."
And we once near somewhere where it said the mayor of Santorini, we put a picture of Kay White, didn't we?
Yeah, and she was sat on a deck.
And she looked
like sat at the shoe factory.
And she looked like a bank manager from Santorini.
Yeah. Off the Record 94, just discovered our channel a few days ago. We don't perform in person. We've never done it. Well, we have as actors and as couple. We've performed in person years ago, but not since we started doing this Isolation Creations. We don't know like how we do it, how we'd write it or create it. We are planning on doing like a quiz night and a bingo night again, and we might do that online. But also, that's something
we could do live.
That we could definitely do live. So, like the brain is bubbling to do something live, because I think there's a lot of people out there that would come and see us, and even if it was just an excuse to hang out with you guys and chat like this, it would be fun.
Because a lot of our videos, we have costumes that are made from like rags, so we're all bare-arsed at the back, and there's nothing at the back, so things are pinned onto us. So That live would just look awful, wouldn't it?
It would do.
There's a lot of
lots of magic going on in our videos.
Magic goes on.
7 Network says, I purchased a wristband on holiday in Thailand 10 years ago with the name Charlie Bartlett on it. I wish I had that. I would kill to have that. Guys, we are going to have to... I'm going to have to take this little girl out. The dog is needing to go out. Bare-arsed in minutes, as Jason does.
Chelsea. Last getting away with bare-arsed in minutes.
Guys, we're going to have to go. The dog needs to go out. You guys need... It's 10 o'clock, so we've done 2 hours. You guys need to go to bed. Because you've all got work tomorrow. I've not got work, so I'm going to have another drink. But I've been working dead early. I've been up at 5 this week, teaching in China. What a life I have. Anyway, we've adored hanging out with you all. Mosquiff, let's finish on Mosquiff. He says, it reminds me of the time a friend... One Christmas decked out an actual cottage in wallpaper, carpet, furnishings and Christmas decorations, tinsel and all. We are in Britain. We are in Scarborough in the northeast of the UK. I'm from Liverpool and Alan's from Hull. So we're from the north of England. But we've been actors for 25 years, so yeah, we do a lot of different accents.
We haven't earned a penny from it. Well, he has. I'll just do it for free because I'm desperate.
Guys, lots of love to you all. People are still laughing about our panini stickers. I'm gonna look on the files if we can find them. There's some so funny things Alan's created for me over the years that to keep me entertained on holiday.
I even invented a name of an
Tammy and Roz.
I even invented a name of an artist shop and put on pictures of somebody had drawn in pen ink Pat the Rat and Betty Bobbitt, who plays what's her name?
Judy Bryant.
Judy Bryant. And I use these 2 pencil drawings as examples from this art shop.
made up a Greek art shop.
We'll share them.
Anyway.
We'll share them.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Emma Jane Watts loves you, Alan.
I love you too, Emma Jane Watts.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for visiting the Gigglebox. We're going to be back next week. We'll choose something new to chat about, and then we'll have the lock-in again afterwards.
And we're planning to do something about Halloween as well, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to do Halloween. Spooky. So we might do a Halloween party.
Or a quiz.
Carry on screaming. We might do a little video of Adam's Family Monsters. So we're going to do some fun stuff. Cole Taylor's I think your replies come through a bit later, but they're just reading the, hearing about the art shop. Night, my loves.
Night.
Thank you everyone for being here. I'm going to play you a little bit of Alexis and say goodbye.
I look like a Buddha.
Rip off that earring.
Oh, the wrong ear.
Night, loves. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you ready? Let's do it. I'm a Lamborghini. I'm a Hollywood star. I'm a little bit tipsy when I drive my car. I'm expensive sushi. I'm a cute, huge yacht. I'm a little bit single, even when I'm not. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit of la 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 la. A little bit of Lexus. La 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 la. A little bit of Lexus. La 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 la. A little bit of Lexus. Hide your diamonds, hide your exes. I'm a little bit of Lexus. Everybody's got a jet ski. Everybody's got a yacht. Everybody's got a pool boy. Everybody's got a horse. Everybody's got a billboard. Everybody's got a vault. Everybody's got a stalker. Everybody's got a horse. But now you got a Lexus. Vroom vroom bitches.